So it just comes down to who can get the better performance on today. Both sides, we have familiar faces returning, and both sides have new faces joining. So that's going to be something to keep an eye out too. I know China definitely wants to make a show for themselves this year, but USA, having just so closely denied that championship last year, will want to make a run for it this year, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, USA coming back with more or less the same roster here. I believe the only changes this year are Vaxi and Hirak stepping in the team for Happy Sick and Ixir. As you said, they finished second place last year and have also won several years right before that. So, and now that to think about them, this team is pretty much the tournament favorites, or at least it seems to be the general consensus from people watching the tournament. Definitely very, very, very strong.
Yeah, this Team USA is being one of the tournament favorites to win for a long time, and China has always been the underdog, and that's not to say that they are weak or anything, but they are really making a show for themselves every year. And with returning players at MRXE, the speed demon, absolutely ridiculous with his stamina and speed. Also Crystal, who is more known in the Ost catch community, but he's now making a name for himself in the standard community as well, and he's a very good rhythm and reading player. Yeah, so really looking forward to seeing what this Chinese roster can pull up today.
Yeah, Crystal is really impressive, just really well-rounded across so many game modes. He's one of the very, very few people to be able to play in more than one World Cup for different modes. I don't think there's been that many, maybe less than 5 or so.
Yeah. I think I saw a thread on Reddit today. I think apparently Crystal now holds a Osmania, a catch, and the standard badge on his profile now. Just one more node to complete the collection.
Yeah, very well accomplished player. It's worth noting also the China's team is mostly just comprised of very old players. I believe the newest player on the roster dates all the way back to 2012, other than My Angel Miku. So a bunch of really old guys, very, very experienced.
Yeah, whereas on contrast, Team USA features a lot of new players. We just talked about new players entering this year. But historically, well, I mean, since 2015, they've really been trying to grind up that new roster every year. Even if it's just 1 or 2 persons, they can really try to squeeze in as many new people as possible to give them that tournament experience, so they can maybe come into use in the future.
An interesting fact about the USA in general is that their talent pool is ridiculous. They could probably field a B team full of people that aren't on the team this year and probably still finish a good top 4, top 3. They have so many good players to choose from, and they took a long time to build their team this year, and we'll see if it's right for them. But so far, it definitely has been. Speak about a few group stage stats. USA actually has 5 players in the top 10 for accuracy in the entire group stage. Also, 5 players in the max potential score they're able to get, Digital Hypno being the best at that in the group stage. So we'll see if they can keep this up this time around.
Yeah, meanwhile, China is always gunning for the extreme. They try to outplay US in maps that they just cannot complete in terms of, for example, speed or stamina. They're definitely China's game. For USA, they're pretty much bettering the other aspects. We're talking about, I remember seeing on Twitter, I think it was you who made it, there was an accuracy chart of group stage stats where USA was among the top and China was at the very bottom.
Yeah, I'm not the one who made it. There's been quite a few people that have made it.
Okay.
But yeah, actually, to add on, to basically clarify that, yeah, in terms of team accuracy, USA finished the group stage in first place, and China is actually in dead last for the teams that advanced past groups. So there is a massive accuracy disparity between both of these teams. I think it can really play in what kind of maps they want to pick. Maybe USA, knowing this, will want to play some of the easier picks and just straight up win off of accuracy. And even in this warm-up, as you can see, they do have an accuracy lead right in this map, right? So
yeah, even though I think it's maybe China's warm-up pick, considering it's so extreme in terms of the speed. But then again, yeah, like you said, USA definitely wants to gun for that Chinese accuracy disadvantage. But China, knowing that, I think will probably go for something like a double time, so they have to hope for a miss from USA on one of those fairly inconsistent maps. But USA, knowing their roster is more consistent, is probably just going to play it safe and let China make the first mistakes.
Yeah, the drafting dynamic in that mostly just falls into China because USA is so well-rounded. I think they can be comfortable on many picks. They have a very good late-game roster, right? So they can play the harder stuff, no problem. They can keep their accuracy on that. They can play just about anything in this map pool. So it falls more onto China to not go for those accuracy battles. But we'll see what they have to go with. I believe we have another warm-up on the way left.
Yeah, this one is mapped by Fiery Rage, so I'm gonna assume this is USA's pick. So yeah, Fiery Rage, for those who do not know, well, I think like 99% of people here who should know, but for those who do not, he is one of the USA's players this year, and he was also playing, I believe, the 2 previous years as well. He's a mouse player, a very passionate and active individual in what he does, very vocal in his opinions too. So chances that you've definitely come across him or have heard of him at some point. And he's also a very good mapper. Some of his maps are among my personal favorites. And speaking of the devil, there he is.
Apparently this map is 9 stars.
Apparently so. Yeah, I mean, like some maps like, you know, Texas is Forever. Just throwing out one out there for you guys in case you might not have heard of it.
Yeah, should be a pretty spicy pick. Apparently Digital Hypno did map a little bit of this map, so I guess we can call it a call.
Yeah, so Fiery Rage saying that it is Digital Hypno who actually mapped the first 50 seconds, so giving credits where credits are due.
True mapping is going to shine now.
Can't wait to see the good old Fiery Rage style mapping.
I don't think I've ever seen a Digital Hypno map. So we'll see how this goes.
Yep.
I didn't.
The mappers are the I don't know. I didn't know either, but it's gonna be time for us to find out. So yeah, the mappers are in the room, playing their own creation now. Let's take a look.
Star rating 9. All right, let's see this.
I think the tournament, the UI rounds the star ratings down to the nearest one place after decimal. Because I think this is like, according to them, like 9.0 something. Oh. Oh. Those geometrical jumps, oof. And back and forth. Reminiscent of 2012, actually.
No one took no fail.
Ah, interesting. Well, I mean, it is USA's map, so maybe the Chinese players look at USA and thinking, oh, they're not taking no fail. They must know what's going on, so we'll just, you know, go along with it. Must be not that hard to really fail anyone.
Yeah, the HP could also be pretty low.
Yeah, like it could be a
play, but it looks like it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like a 10-star map could be, you know, a 10-star map, but then again could have HP 3, HP 2, so you barely lose anything when you miss. And looking at the HP drain for the players, even though my Angel Miku on Chinese side have missed quite a bit, his HP bar is still full at the moment. So yeah, like Acer said, we definitely are not worrying about failing right now.
Yeah, Tom and Cherry actually are doing really good on this.
Yeah, in fact, actually, I just noticed like we haven't seen any sort of like, you know, fail potential maps or like fail trap maps in this pool yet, right? This year.
Not yet, but I think that's a good thing because early on in round of 16, that can be quite annoying to deal with, and I think the difficulty is a little bit too low for a lot of these players to just miss enough to fail. But usually in quarterfinals, that's usually where it picks up. Yeah. Yeah, my Angel Miku is very confused with what he just played. Understandable. Also, yeah, so like maps, for example, I know the Canadian players are having PTSD when I mention this, but, you know, Clumsy Thoughts from 2015. The legendary group stage map that when you hard rock it, what is a hard rock pick? When you hard rock it, you FC it, you can still fail with an FC. Yeah, if you had below 95 or 94 or something like that, which was not out of the question because it was really low BPM. Not everyone can be comfortable on that. You would just straight up fail the map. That was spicy. Yeah. right, we'll see what
Fiery
these...
Rage apparently sending in his application for the Sotark's internship.
I think he qualifies pretty well after seeing that map.
Well, then again, I have to really set him apart from the portion that Digital Hypno maps, apparently. So, there you go. Alright, so first of all, we have the rolls coming in. Manjo Miku not rolling the best, only a 15, but then again, it's just the roll. So, USA won't get the... Wait a second. Oh, never mind. Even if Matsumoto Ryusei is the captain, I don't think it matters because the USA has a commanding 88 points, I think.
Yeah, and I think Matsumoto isn't even in the lobby, so...
Oh, he is. I just saw him sending a message.
Oh. China will be banning first. They've been banning a lot of the no-mod, more consistent picks in groups, so maybe they're gonna go for like a confusion ban or black or white ban, maybe.
I think Sego Cop is probably something that they can ban over US because that's the one map that really tests your fundamental consistency, and on a map like this, I think that to be a good ban. Or like you said, confusion or black or white is good as well.
Yeah, both of those maps being on the easier side for most of the teams playing in here. So those maps kind of fall into the AC battle category, which they do not want. Of course, they have the entire pool available to them to ban still.
Now, what would USA ban? I think USA would probably go for the... Oh, they went for disconnected hardcore, actually. Okay, so USA probably will go for double time if I have to take a guess.
I think USA likes to ban some of the more just aim maps in general. So, you know, like eliminate the random chance of like a random miss, play to your accuracy advantage. They ban a lot of they ban a lot of Dreamcatcher in group stages, although there isn't really a map similar to this in this round. Maybe Climbers High?
I suppose. We haven't actually seen much of Climbers High for the matches we've casted yet, so far.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a very popular pick.
It's like Maritime Police, so far pretty much just casted onto the outer rims of map picking, where people aren't gonna pick it unless they absolutely have to. That's the impression I'm getting.
It's worth noting as a fun fact, this is the 4th match in the round of 16 out of 8, and there has not been a map banned twice yet. Every team has been banning a different map.
They went for the Demetori hidden pick.
Oh, looks like that's gonna change. Yeah, that map can be fairly tricky if you're not very confident in your consistency. It's very, very long.
Yeah. And also noteworthy this year is that this is, I believe, so far the longest, what's called the longest settings for the round of 16. Before, remember, like in 2015, we have best of 6. Sorry, no, best of 6. 5 to win. So that is, what is that? Best of 9. And this year we're starting with best of 11.
Yeah, it's nice to have some longer games, but an impact of that is I think the map pool has grown a little bit, so there are more choices to go from, but as matches get longer, so for close matches, the way it works is usually there will only be 1 or 2 maps left to even pick at all. So if you want to win in a map pool like this where and the pool is fairly small, you need to be able to play everything, because eventually almost every single map will have to be picked.
Yeah, assuming you win your own pick and the enemy wins theirs, it's gonna be hard to really make a statement if you don't have to reach out of your comfort zone.
Okay, this is really, really interesting to me that they would first pick
I was thinking the same thing.
6.5 Hard Rock map. This is, in my opinion, like the riskiest time to go for something like this, because you know, like nerves.
Yeah, this is 2 minutes only, and it's very short, so simply by holding a good combo, you can just hoping that the opponents would miss. But for China, this is, they're bringing their best Hard Rock roster into this as well. US, I'm surprised that Fiery Rage isn't playing this. He's a very good Hard Rock player, if I recall, but seems like the Monko 2K, Apraxia, Toy, and Iki will be their choices for this map.
It's actually really hard to try to guess what USA is going to put in terms of players, because a lot of their players are extremely well-rounded. So you might think, like for example, Idki, everyone knows Idki as a fantastic hard rock player, right? But in the group stages, he's opted not to play fairly often. Like they've put in other players in front of him, so it can be very challenging to just try to predict what they're going to go for. I guess as a map like this, where it's not really a conventional hard rock pick, it might be a little different. It looks like I do think they have a really solid lineup with the 4 players they have here. I think the same can be said about almost every single map in the pool, if not every single map in the pool. So
that's a very scary high cliff for China to climb over, but they'll have to prove themselves here. All right, so first map of the match, we have the hard rock pick, Leap in Your Mind. Yeah, the map starts off with fairly slow until it gets gradually tougher with the jumps. Early miss comes from Monko, actually.
It's like he wasn't really prepared for that.
Yeah.
It is at the very beginning.
Very beginning. Yeah. And we're already seeing the USA catching up with accuracy. China tanking quite a bit, actually. Across the board, everyone dropping below 97%, all except for Doman Cherry, who barely holds a 97%. But US still holds a convincing accuracy lead. Not that convincing, only Toy is above 99. But still.
Toy is really good. Toy on high CS, in terms of accuracy and in terms of consistency, is extremely good at these. So I don't expect him to lower his score anytime soon. He's doing really well so far. Significantly better in terms of accuracy than everyone else on the board. It looks like Nissan's going to have a miss there and solidify United States lead on this first map. Okay, someone mentioned this on my team when we were practicing this map pool. The girl in the background is wearing foot gloves. That is all.
Well, you know what they say, a background is a very important part of the old speed maps.
I mean, it is most of the screen real estate is the background, right? So
yeah. And Doman Cherry actually will also be missing on the Chinese side. That's going to give USA a convincing lead right now with this jump section. If they can hold through this jump section without missing much, they will be able to take this map. Because there's nothing much after this. It's only like a slow section leading to the very end.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do to fight.
What is
Toy even doing? Is this like a 100 play on the first map on a CS 6.5 pick?
Well, it's a very convincing statement, if I have to say it. And yeah, that looks like to be it. I don't think the players are going to find the rest of the map anywhere challenging.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
Well, that definitely is a very strong opening for Team USA. That's going to be 1-0 in their pick. Well, it's their pick also, so yeah.
1-100.
1-100.
Okay, Toy.
Okay. Calm down there, sir. You got a long way to go still. Don't want to burn out yet. All right.
I think I can like confidently say that's the best play we're going to see on that map this. That is most likely ridiculous.
Most likely. I mean, unless Canada has something to offer, right? Right, Azer? I'm still hoping for
not 1-100.
Right, we're going for double S. That's what Azer is saying. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, pretty convincing victory on their first pick here. We'll see what China has to answer. It's worth noting, as I said earlier, USA has a very, very versatile roster. It is extremely difficult to try to find a gap or a weakness, like a map that you can say, yeah, we have an advantage on this. It is very, very difficult to do that when you're up against tournament favorites, right? So
yeah, I can imagine the pressure on China's shoulders, but they will have to have a strategy come up. Or they usually come up with a strategy by this point. So looking at China's roster right now, well, look at China right now, I think, yeah, they go for double time as we predicted. Misheri, this is a fairly long double time pick, about almost 1800 combo, and it's 4 minutes plus even after double time. Meaning they're trying to gun for that USA, probably trying to test USA's strength in terms of stamina. And Toei stepping out for this one, well, he's known for double time in particular, but he's well-rounded, and he probably wants to bring someone who's more versatile in double time for that. China, GGBY, Disan step, Hirai coming in, GGBY stepping in. We have, let's see who's going to be the fourth. Meanwhile,
Hirai is really good at these. This is a good roster swap from America. This map is all mostly just finger control, a lot of doubles, not much else, and it's for a very long time, right? You did say this is over 4 minutes long. This is kind of what he does best, so it's a very good swap for them. Looks like they're going to keep everyone else in.
The Chinese speed demon is stepping in. He did say before that if they give him a map pool of nothing but 280 plus BPM, he will one-man crush USA by himself.
Extreme is so fast.
He is very fast. Like, he's probably the only one in US is the USA's player list who can take him on probably is Gaze McGee.
Yeah, unfortunately, early on he doesn't really get to show that.
Yeah, we don't get to the crazy double times till like later in the pool. But even for the later maps, double time usually is a map category that's fairly lenient even at the end of the end stage of a tournament.
Yeah, and later on too, in terms of China's roster as a whole, they seem to be very, very good for just like a later stage double time with Extreme and Disan.
Yeah, but with the bumping into Team USA in round of 16, that's not what they're looking for. And you gotta think how fate plays these two teams together every year. 2015, they've met each other in finals, and 2016 likewise. 2017, they saw each other in group stage. And already in 2018, we have a round of 16 encounter. That is something. That's a historical rivalry going on.
Yeah, it looks like USA is going to do a last-minute swap to remove a proxy and put Vaxe in.
They probably think Vaxe would be a good. Well, he is a very good player, and double time is one of his favorites.
I would have assumed they would have swapped out Itki for Aproxia maybe, because Aproxia is very good at these as well. Mostly DT player, right? But yeah.
Well, Itki is very good at
streams. Very strong roster on this. Itki will still do fantastic on this, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah. He's very good at streams, and this map has a lot of the streams as you can see right now, so I'm gonna guess that's probably what he is in. This one is, okay, on my screen it says 337.5 BPM. I'm pretty sure that's not the right BPM.
No.
No player in this game can do 337.5 BPM.
No, this map is 225.
Okay, that's good. So it's double time plus double time. It's triple time.
This is some slow 300 BPM. Looks like I can do this.
I can do that. Hello? Am I the best double time player in the world now? No.
We did say Extreme was really fast. Here he goes, playing 337 BPM. What a monster.
Alright, so the early section, nobody really misses it. Well, this map is fairly straightforward. There's nothing to trip players up. It's more of a consistency and stamina pick. But speaking of consistency stamina, Vaxe seems to have dropped there. And that's going to give China a chance to take back the lead. But then again, the accuracy is very, very... Oh yeah, so Peppy confirming that with us, the double time is being displayed multiplied twice.
I think even with Vaxe's early miss, it's still very early on in the map. And while the lead will slightly swing over to China, USA has a very good accuracy lead here, mostly because Disan and GGBY are holding 96% accuracies, whereas pretty much everyone on their team, on USA's team, sorry, has 98 or higher, right? So like, even after Vaxe's break, 300 combo later, they still hold a very slight lead.
Yeah, the lead right now is shrinking. However, USA will just have to wait for China to make the next miss. But then again, China will be able to defend that if they manage to keep this consistency ongoing for, well, 2 minutes longer. I mean, we're still halfway through the map only. Can you believe that?
And they will take the very slight lead at the break here. We'll see how these players react, seeing that as China has the slight lead. We'll see how, just seeing as only Vaxe is broken, let's see what they do. You know, stress might kick in.
Well, knowing that Vaxe has broken, they can just sit back and rely on that combo. China probably can stop worrying about accuracy, because accuracy is, although we said the weakness... Oh, well, okay, that's just... Sorry, I mislooked. But yeah, USA has taken back the lead despite that accuracy... Sorry, despite that combo disparity.
Oh my god! Extreme? And Itki?
Itki.
What?
Yeah, slow section, hello? both players missing there. That's very unconventional. But then again, yeah, this is I suppose tournament. Like you said, could be nerfs. The doubles kick in.
That is very uncharacteristic of the Dison will break though, so USA will be maintaining their lead with their 2 FC. And Vaxi's almost 3rd FC.
Only 500 combos behind, but USA looking like they can expand the lead now with 2 combos gone on China's side. Yeah, like slow sections apparently are more deadlier than fast sections in tournaments. So far, that's proven to be a recurring trend.
I think that was just like a pure lack of attention. Shouldn't matter too much though, at least on Idki's side. You say with a very solid lead now. We're so late in the map that I think even a break here wouldn't really matter too much. Looks like they're going to keep going in this match with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, actually looking at China's side, I just noticed their accuracy is tanking very hard. That's probably why they couldn't really claim the lead from USA for such a long time in the beginning. Start also missing there. That's going to be it for China. 400,000 points behind. And USA will take this one very convincingly, making it the first break point and 2-0.
Yeah, we did say before the match there's a huge accuracy discrepancy before these 2 teams, right? So between these 2 teams, right, we can we can see that very clearly on this map here with like a 2 or 3% difference across every single member. So strong performance out of USA. It is now their pick. Let's see what they go for.
Yeah, Vaxei showing that his early miss was just a fluke and he's able to come back. Whereas China, GGBY, the veteran player, really did show up for his team as well, carrying that full combo to the very end.
I think USA will want to go for a non-risky pick, right? Something that doesn't have any patterns that you can just randomly miss, right? So maybe the other DTs seem to be pretty good for them.
Yeah, you're right. The other DTs aren't really that hard. Well, ZTS map is another thing. I mean, it's the executioners. You know, everyone's seen it already. Confusion probably would be my guess. Oh, hidden one. Okay, so
like this one.
Right. Oh, and speaking of unconventional, if you remember Azer, back in 2015, like USA would avoid low AR hiddens when they're playing against China, like it's just a taboo of their existence. And right now they're picking this. Can you believe it? They're actively picking the weakness they had back in 2015.
Yeah, I really don't think it's much of a weakness anymore, though. Their roster is certainly improved, and the dynamics between the roster is certainly a lot different. Whereas before they didn't have very strong hidden players, now they certainly do, right? I think we're going to be seeing the likes of Fiery Rage and Hirak on this map. Maybe Idki will be playing this as well. Idki might not be known for everyone, but Idki actually being a very, very good hidden player. As much as he hates playing it and is very vocal about how much he dislikes hidden, he is very, very proficient at it.
I think Idki's statement was that he wants to become like #1 without having a hidden score on his top 50. That's a very, very bold statement to make, considering well, every single top #1 player we've had so far has had some hidden in the mix. So yeah, I'm gonna guess China will bring in probably Matsumoto Rise and Crystal for this one. Those two are pretty much their basic backbone for ARA hidden, and Dizang probably want to stay in for this one as well because it's an old map and Dizang is their old map player. Toei in US, well, it's a given. I wasn't even going to doubt it. And Fiery Rage actually for this one. Oof, that's interesting. Well, I mean, he's been improving over the years. Fiery Rage definitely can come in. Manicho Miku actually stepping in for this one. Okay, so still waiting for a 4th person to be swapped in for China.
I'm wondering if Vaxi is going to stay in for this one, especially after that miss last.
Well, I mean, it was a fluke, I think. Like that, the map everyone could handle it, the 08 players. But Vaxi probably just wants another chance to prove himself. USA has a commanding 2-0 lead right now, so they can be a little more experimental with the roster to see how their team chemistry makes up.
Yeah, if I had to guess the players they had to put in for this, I don't think I would have put in Vaxi. I think Hirak and Digital Hypno would have been great picks for them. We'll see. Obviously, they're confident in what they're doing.
Yeah, we haven't seen Digital Hypno playing the real match yet. It's only coming in for the warm up. Well, I mean, if if round of 16 awards the players a badge, maybe Digital Hypno would be more interested in coming in.
Oh, he'll get a badge from this tournament, all right?
But he's like, nah, that's not gonna be till like later stages. Let me know when you guys get there. I'm gonna play some Minecraft now.
Looks like Disan will not be playing this one. He's gonna be swapped up
Yeah.
for Matsumoto.
Could be that he doesn't feel as comfortable as Manjo Miku for this one. But then again, the players on the Chinese roster are all very good playing these low ARs. So let's see. AR8 hidden. Oh god, this could be a mouthful. Okay. Tokasa Funtoki. Lactofeli no hate. Oh, what does this even mean?
Good job.
I'm
I'm proud of you. I'll
Thank
give
you.
you a pat on the back.
Thank you. Yeah, and for the players who are wondering why is the score system so weird, like this is not the same as when I was playing OS. This is because this is Score V2, a tournament score setting. You can read more about it on the OS wiki. Basically, each player has a cap of 1 million, and the score multiplier is a little bit here and there, yes, but more or less 1 million. So the players would add up to about 4 million in total, and it gives a little more, I guess, consistency, team consistency evaluation compared to Score V1, where you can just take off with one person having 40 million score with a good combo.
China really struggling early on here. Only one FC left. The map just started.
Yeah, I mean, it could
USA,
be
USA
little
side
bit
still has
adjustment
2
issues.
double SSs.
Oh, and that's actually all the full combo's gone for China. Yeah, Toy double S-ing this with Fiery Rage. Yeah, Fiery Rage probably is listening to my commentary thinking like, what does everyone even know? Here, let me prove him wrong. Never mind! Sorry for that.
I think that's a little bit uncharacteristic. I expected him to hold his SS, honestly.
Yeah, and actually Crystal tanking his accuracy a lot. I mean, we did say that China is not really known for accuracy, but Crystal isn't that bad of an accuracy player.
Yeah, I was going to say at the start of the match that I think the players to watch for this one were going to be Crystal, Fiery, and Toy. Crystal really struggling with his accuracy, and Fiery did break at the stream section, right? Crystal breaking again here. Toy now with the only FC left.
Yeah, well,
not
I
only
expected
that,
Toy to easily FC this, so...
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really talk about it because we kind of expect him to do this. But yeah, still the double S.
Look at Toy's cursor. He's not even... He's just having a cake run on this. Like, it's so easy for him. So relaxing, too. Double S-ing as if it's just... Across the board ace, only Toy with a double S. That's a huge yikes for them.
Yeah, this is just a walk in the park for him.
Yeah.
You know, just, casual Toy things.
We can probably make a compilation out of it. Toy double S-ing in OS tournaments, bracket, gone wild, bracket, gone sexual.
Yeah, this was certainly not a good map for China. Looks like they did their research on this one.
Well, then again, China has a chance once more to prove themselves. They will be able to pick the next map. So let's take a look at what they're going to pick. Maybe another double time, knowing that they do still have that sort of a double time edge somewhere. They just have to find it and bring it to use.
Yeah, there's still quite a lot of maps left open to them. We haven't seen any nomads yet. I think you're right, though. I think I would expect another DP from them. It's pretty hard to play against the USA so early on. I have to say, like,
they're going for Aso Yoga, the hidden pick.
China down 3-0. Maybe now's the time to have Rustbell play. When's Rustbell playing?
Well, that's the thing. He's not on the roster. One of China's best players is not playing this year, so.
Refuses a secret weapon.
Russ Bell is, I believe he is going to be. Well, this Hypno joining China's side. I believe Russ Bell is saying that he doesn't want to come back unless they can fix the input delay issue. Maybe sometime in the near future. So we'll see.
I still believe USA is gonna go 5-0, and then suddenly Russ Bell will join the lobby. Everyone will
the
be
dream.
in awe. And then China
I'm saying China back 6-5.
Surprised they actually had a 9-man roster.
Oh, USA never saw this coming.
China going with the hidden pick though. This map also seems to be very straightforward. I think this is pretty smart from them, because this map is a little bit random for a lot of these players, right? It's pretty easy up until a very short jump section, and no matter how good you are at the game, it is very easy to miss on that, right? So it's a very likely map for China to win a point here.
And note on the song itself, actually, the song is sung by Charlo, who is a Chinese O's idol. Well, who was Chinese O's idol. And
Charlo actually maps her own songs too.
Yeah, she does
mapper and cover artist.
She was she belonged to Shenmapo at some point.
I think it's always nice that the map holders include some of the community stuff in the tournament. I can't wait to see Vinxis have a song next round.
Oh, believe in the dream for sidetrack tiebreaker.
Or Will Stetson or something.
Yeah, Will Stetson definitely is a very big name now, growing this year especially. And I do like some of his songs. I will admit that. I mean, who can say no to to oh my god, Tio Pasito? I'm gonna just say it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think there is a lot of Will Stetson's covers that would not be good picks for the World Cup. Let's just say that.
Like, can you explain Tio Pasito to someone who doesn't play O's? Yeah, this is because of copyright issues. We decided to do a community cover of a meme song featuring some other meme songs from another language, and we mix it into this 2-minute mix where we throw some PP patterns into it.
Beautiful thing.
Beautiful, absolutely. All right, so here we go into the fourth map of this match, the hidden pick Aso Yoga.
And we're finally going to see Digital Hypno in for this one. I believe it is his first time playing this match.
Yeah. He's like, Maxi, you've had your fun. Now it's my turn. Let the big boys take over. Yeah, the players seem to be adjusting just fine, coming just from an AR8 hidden.
Nothing really out of the ordinary at the start, although I believe Disan did just break.
Possibly. And followed by Angel Miku actually as well.
Ooh.
So that's already 2 combos out of the window for China. US is going to be able to take a very convincing lead barring those 2.
Yeah, that's actually really bad for China. There isn't much to this map until the jumps near the very end, so I think USA will be swiftly cruising to a point lead in this one. To the surprise of nobody, Toy's still holding an SS.
Oh, is he gonna just SS farm this tournament? Sorry, this match. I would doubt if Toy can consistently SS the Grand Finals pool, otherwise we would have a little conversation with the map pool selectors.
Toy hearing the news about Council's assessing 5 maps in group stage. He's like, hold on. Hold my beer. I got this.
Yep.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
he
never mind.
doesn't have this.
That one's on you, Azer. That one's on you.
Won't matter too much though. USA with a very convincing victory there. 3 FCs with the only break on Digital Hypno. Toy with a very disappointing accuracy of 1/100.
That's very low from Toy. Like unexpected and absolutely outrageous. Well, enough about Toy. Actually, China also actually finishing with a pretty good accuracy on start side, 4/100s only. But the overall victory does go to US, and they will be able to get the next pick as well. Oof! Now China is looking incredibly dire because they may be looking to get the first 6-0 in this stage. And is it just me or is the audio?
Yeah. It looks like USA will be going with another Hard Rock pick. Whereabouts? No, that's not Whereabouts Unknown. That is To the Terminus.
Well, both are good songs. To the Terminus it is. And alright, so yeah, I believe there's something wrong with the UI. So even though we selected the To the Terminus, it appeared to be a China's pick. That's not. That's still USA's pick. Yeah, blame one misclicked.
Okay, happens. Charles Juan and most of the referee and staff team for the World Cup has been hard at work trying to bring this event to you guys. It's okay to misclick a button.
Please do not go hard on us.
Also, a pretty solid pick out of the USA here, I think. Seeing after how well Leap in Your Mind went.
To the Terminus definitely is a very strong pick for them. It is mapped by RLC, who I believe now goes by Excelni.
And he switched back to RLC.
Oh, okay.
Very, hopefully you guys know about RLC.
But just for those who don't know,
one of the most proficient mappers there has ever been, has inspired the mapping style of the majority of modern mappers, to be honest with you, like Skystar, Nathan.
Yeah, they all credited their style to RLC at some point in their career.
Looks like USA is going to be putting Apraxia back into this one.
Yeah.
Do you think Toy's going to SS this one? I'll be very... Never mind.
Never mind. It's already out of the window.
Alright, that'll be it for me. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Azer's like, once Toy stops SSing, I'm done for the day. Yeah, this one is a fairly long map. It does go slightly longer, into 3 minutes, but it also is fairly testing the player's stamina because it is a little bit higher on the BPM, 189.
I don't think this map's going to be any problem for all of these players, though.
Yeah. That being said, this is still only a round of 16 group map, so it's not going to be anywhere as challenging as the players would like them to be. I bet the hard rock players on each team are both going like, please, I can easily do harder ones. But then again, since the USA is back in the lead, thanks to the accuracy, despite the earlier drops.
Yeah, we have been talking about how China has overall pretty low accuracy, but Start and Nissan are holding pretty good with close to 99. Although when you look at USA side in comparison,
Dome and Cherry is lacking on that front though, and that is what's causing China to suffer and not taking the lead over from the USA right now. I mean, Toy has recovered, and that lead is not gonna go anywhere because of that. thanks to Score V2, combo isn't as heavy as it would be before. I mean, if it's Score V1 with 4-4 combos, probably this lead is going to be already very convincingly in China's favor right now, like about 3 million. Yeah, but China will try to, of course, gun for the next weakness in their roster. They want to at least get 1 point from this Team USA. Even if that will cost their life doing it, they won't fight to the very end. That's to China, I know.
Yeah, even though USA has a small accuracy lead, like any break here from either of these teams can definitely swing this map in favor of either team.
Yeah, but the accuracy really is starting to shine in. We are approaching the last quarter of the map, so Azer, if what you're gonna say is true, it better happen soon. The long stream kicks in. Players,
oh my god, Doman's really struggling with the accuracy on that one.
Yeah, the streams are. Oh, and decent breaks. That's not gonna be good. Yeah, the American players are just way too consistent on this pick. Even though Toei has given a slight window of opportunity to China in the beginning, that turned out to be uncapitalized, and this one I believe will go to USA just fine. Don't think anyone's gonna fail this one.
I'm a little hesitant to talk about this considering how it went at the start of the map, but like Toei has the only break on the USA side and the highest accuracy, which is really
yeah. I mean, we can only expect
did he get a
Flukes
single
to be
100?
I believe so.
We'll have to see. I'm not sure if he has one because he hasn't missed.
We'll see. I think he may have gotten 1/100 when he got that miss. One miss probably doesn't account for 30%, 0.3%.
Okay,
there we
yes.
go. 3 100s. So a very convincing accuracy and combo lead for Team USA. Yeah, Toei in the end even got higher accurate combo than D-San. And actually only 5,000 points below the 1 million threshold.
Yeah, even with Toei's early miss, he still did get more points than Doman Cherry, and Doman did FC the map.
Oh, sorry, Doman. I think Doman is telling me to stop giving China so much pressure. Cut some slack. I know. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Doman.
Yeah. Blame Azer. You know, it's always Azer's fault. I mean, he made Toei break a double S. Obviously, he is the one to, you know, he's the real blame here.
Please win this pick.
That's a bit harsh coming from an American player.
Maybe they just have a map they want to play after this.
Possibly.
You want to have one more pick? This match has been really convincing in their favor, though.
Yeah.
I think I did expect China to at least have a point on the board, maybe 2. I think I predicted them to have at least. Of course, it is not over yet. It is on their pick. But with how the match has been going, it's very hard to play in their shoes right now.
Yeah, China seems so close to taking a few points here and there, but their consistency was just barely there.
Yeah, not to discredit how China has been playing, but you can really not do much against the USA when they're playing this.
But it's not really... to say that China isn't putting up a fight. They are throwing everything they've got on the board right now.
Yeah, we do see some of the earlier games.
Yeah, that's going to be the Executioner coming in, the other double time map I was hoping China would pick. This one does test a lot on stamina and on the node patterns as well.
Oh yeah. I think DT, I would have expected them to pick the last DT, the Chinese one. DT3.
Well, if we assume that, you know, a country can pick their own language pick and win that, then I think Japan will be OWC champion for sure. Because like 60% of the maps are gonna be Japanese or Japanese inspired, so yeah.
I'm just mostly saying that because this Executioner can be pretty hard to stay accurate.
Yeah, but then again, it's one of those maps that are fairly long, so China probably is gunning for having Armored XC bring the stamina game into the mix. if you can force USA to play maps that they're not normally comfortable at, they are going to lose a few combos here and there. We have seen that they're not invincible, they're not invulnerable by any means. So if you think that USA is going to just safely theirs, OWC 2018 is already been decided, no, it's far from that yet, because we've got still very strong teams in the rosters still right now. UK still looking to prove it's their year, is coming home from them.
Yeah, again, worth noting that this is not 300 BPM. It's actually 201.
Yep. It's being double timed and double timed after that on the UI. So, yeah, just a I guess a reaffirmation.
Yeah, this probably displeases Extreme.
I know. I mean, I wouldn't
sure
doubt
he would
it.
love to play.
He can play 300 BPM. I think he can still do it. Or at least if the other players can keep up with him.
It is nice to see when they're down 0-5, though, that they can have a small point lead at the start of this match, but it's just gone. Never mind.
Yeah, Ilki there with a double S steal. It's very convincing, and so is Start actually. So both those players are very strong with accuracy game for this map. Yep, still at the break point, nobody breaking. It's still accuracy game still, but this map will get harder near the very end, and I don't think we'll see an 8-way full combo at all. Alright, here comes a slow slider to get into the next section, the triangle jumps.
Yeah, we're not likely to see any breaks until the later part of this, which makes it very, very important to keep your combo through this.
Because if you do, you can hope for the other team to miss there. And that's probably the strategy China's employing right now.
I'm gonna start seeing one of the longer streams. Everyone holding through that one, no problem. USA still with about a 10k lead, 100k leads. We are now getting, yeah. This is when the map really kicks in. This is where we're gonna start accuracies tanking, maybe even a couple of slider breaks with some misses. Everyone holding still, though? It's gonna be an 8-way FC?
Oh, I just denied that possibility, so maybe the players are proving me wrong here. Oh, and Start is actually going to be the one to break here. Oh. And USA will take that one with 6-0.
Yeah, very clean sweep.
Very clean.
Quite unfortunate for China there at the last map. They did play that extremely well, almost with 4 FCs, which is honestly outstanding. But what can you do against 4 of them?
Yeah. USA just proving themselves to be the more consistent team in the end of the day. And so congratulations to USA on advancing to next round where they will be facing Taiwan. And China will be dropping to losers bracket, but they will have a second shot at the tournament. So they aren't going anywhere.